When I ask the question, what is the most popular sport in the world, I more times than not hear the word football, whether I'm in America or Europe. However, the Americans probably wouldn't agree with the Europeans I asked. When Americans hear the word football, they think of teams like the Dallas Cowboys and the New England Patriots. However, when I ask the same question to people in Europe, they immediately think of what we call soccer. The reason we think so differently is because culture in each region is different. Americans associate football with gigantic men wearing pads running into each other, while the rest of the world thinks of quick, skillful players like Lionel Messi and Paul Pogba. As Americans, we don't often think of our version of football as a secondary sport. We think of it as the holy grail of sports. Meanwhile, the rest of the world is on a different trend. The most popular sport in the world is soccer. In 2014, the World Cup final had 1 billion viewers, almost 10 times the amount they watched last year's Super Bowl. Over the course of the entire World Cup in 2014, 3.9 billion people tuned in to watch, making it the most popular sport in the world. This leads me to the question, what makes this sport so popular? There are many reasons people love soccer. However, I can't go into all of them, so I'm going to go through what I think is the three most important. One reason soccer is the most popular sport in the world is because of its simplicity. Soccer is a simple sport to learn. There are only a few rules you need to know, unlike other popular sports in America like basketball. You don't need to learn a bunch of rules like what a charge or walk is. Something else that makes it simple is it can be played virtually anywhere. You don't need a full-size goal, a full-size field, goals, cleats, or really even people to play with. All you need is a ball. Because you don't need a lot of special equipment, soccer is super cheap. It's easy for anyone. In many third world countries and areas in poverty, people can't afford soccer balls. They make their own using paper sacks. This just goes to show that anyone can play this game, no matter what their circumstances are. Another great thing about the simplicity of soccer is the connection people can make with it when watching. It's a very simple game, which means people can sit down and start watching their first soccer game and figure out what's happening almost immediately. Because of the simplicity of soccer, it leads me into my next point, how soccer brings people together. Another reason soccer is loved by so many is because it is the melting pot of sports. Unlike other popular sports like American football and basketball, soccer has people from all over the world playing. There isn't one country that is dominant in producing talented soccer players. Talent comes from all over the world and is seen in more than just one country. If you look at the Olympics and who has won the most gold medals in basketball, you'll find that the United States have won 15 out of all 19 Summer Olympic Games where basketball was played. If you look at soccer in Olympics, you'll see that there is not one country dominating everyone else. This is because soccer is a global sport. Talent is spread across the world instead of concentrated into one commanding nation. There are 211 countries associated with FIFA. This goes to show how diverse the sport really is. Not only is soccer popular in one major country, it is developed in almost every country. Oftentimes, soccer is referred to as the beautiful game. This is because it brings people together from all walks of life, no matter what race, religion, sex, or age they are. The last reason soccer is so popular is because it's a player's game. One of the great things about soccer is that the game rarely stops. There isn't time to stop and think about what your next move is. It's up to the players in the game to make a choice at the moment and capitalize on the opportunity. In American football, after every play, there's a break and the coaches decide what play they're going to run next. In soccer, there's less coaching and more playing. The players are more involved and get to make a call of their own. In fact, most professional soccer teams don't have coaches, they have managers. They are called managers because they manage the team more than they coach them. They make decisions like who plays where and what tactics they want to use based on their view of how the game's going and what they need to do to win. When a soccer team wins, the praise goes to the players. This is because soccer doesn't have as much to do with coaching as it does with other sports. When they win, it's because the players took responsibility and made the right choices in the game. In American football, coaches are praised for their play calling that leads to their team's victory instead of the players in the game. In America, we don't see soccer as a main sport. We only see American football, basketball, and baseball getting a lot of attention. However, in the rest of the world, the only sport they pay attention to is soccer. The views for the most important game in American football doesn't even compare to the exceedingly large number produced by the World Cup. It's easy to say that soccer is the most popular sport in the world because it's simple, brings people together, is a player's game, and most importantly, fun. Thank you.